The end of Jamie and Claire's long and dangerous journey is closer than ever. The new Season 8 trailer doesn't just tease more battles, more heartbreak, and more passion. It also hints at the final chapter of their love story. The trailer drops small, hidden clues that could reveal how Jamie and Claire's fate will be sealed forever. Some fans believe it points toward sacrifice, while others think it promises a bittersweet ending. But one thing is certain, this is the beginning of their final goodbye. Season 8 is the last stop for Outlander, and fans already know it will not be an easy ride for Jamie and Claire Fraser. Before we dive into the trailer, let's remember where the story left them in Season 7. The American colonies are burning. With revolution, families are being torn apart, and no one can escape the weight of history pressing down on them. Jamie and Claire have already faced countless trials, kidnappings, betrayals, near-death experiences, but now their greatest test lies ahead in a war that will decide the future of a nation and the survival of their family. Claire has always been the heart of the story, the healer caught between two centuries, torn between the world she came from and the one she chose. Jamie, on the other hand, has always been the warrior, the protector who stands in the path of danger no matter the cost. Season 7 ended with the two of them standing together, but surrounded by uncertainty. Their daughter Brianna and Roger are caught between time periods, and danger follows their family across every frontier. This means Jamie and Claire are not only fighting for their own survival, but also for the future of their children and grandchildren. The trailer makes it clear that the Revolutionary War will dominate the final season. See flashes of soldiers, of fire, of battlefields, waiting to be painted in blood. For Jamie, this war is not just about politics. It is about protecting the people he loves. For Claire, every wound she heals reminds her that time is running out. Each moment they share feels heavier, as though they both know the ending is near. That weight is exactly what makes Season 8 so intense. Every scene carries the question, will they make it through together, or will history finally tear them apart? Outlander has never been just about time travel. At its heart, it has always been about love surviving against impossible odds. But with the trailer showing us both tenderness and tragedy, fans are preparing for a finale that will be as heartbreaking as it is unforgettable. Jamie and Claire have walked through fire together before, but this time the fire might consume them for good. The trailer opens not with chaos, but with silence. A shot of Fraser's Ridge, quiet and still, the home Jamie and Claire built with their own hands. But in this silence, there's a heavy sense of goodbye, as if the ridge itself knows the story is almost over. Claire's voice cuts through the stillness but filled with fear. She speaks of time, of change, and of how nothing lasts forever. It is not just dialogue. It feels like a warning of what's coming. Then, the pace shifts. We see flashes of Jamie in his war uniform standing tall on the battlefield. His face is marked with the weight of destiny. For years, he has tried to stay out of wars that weren't his. But now, there is no escape. The American Revolution demands everything from him, and the trailer makes it clear that Jamie knows this fight could cost him his life. Every slow-motion shot of him riding into battle feels like a shadow of fate following close behind. Claire's moments in the trailer are just as powerful. We see her tending to the wounded, her hands shaking as she tries to save lives in a world tearing itself apart. But more than her work as a healer, it's the quiet tears she sheds when Jamie isn't looking that tell us the truth. She is afraid not just of losing him, but of facing a future without him. The trailer shows her clutching Jamie's hand, whispering something we cannot hear. That silence is louder than any words. And then come the emotional teases, a scene of Jamie staring at Claire in candlelight, his eyes full of both love and sorrow. A quick flash of them holding each other in the rain, as if time itself is running out. And then, perhaps the most shocking moment, a glimpse of a grave, with the camera lingering just long enough to send chills through fans everywhere. Whose grave it is, the trailer does not say, but the message is clear. Death is near, and no, character is safe. The supporting cast also appear in fragments: Roger, Brianna, Young and each, looking desperate, each facing battles of their own. But the trailer never lingers on them for long. This time, the spotlight belongs to Jamie and Claire. Their faces framed again and again. reminding us that Outlander began with them and will end with them. By the time the trailer closes, the screen fades into darkness and Claire's voice returns. Hush. She whispers a line that feels like both a promise and a farewell. No matter where time takes us, I will find you. It is the essence of Outlander distilled into one haunting moment. The biggest question fans are asking after the trailer is simple. How will Jamie and Claire's story end? The final season does not hide its intentions. It is full of foreshadowing, heavy silence, and images that feel like a farewell. But what kind of ending are the creators preparing for us? Let's look closely at the clues. First, there's the battlefield. We see Jamie riding with soldiers, sword in hand, his body tense, his eyes filled with determination. Outlander has always used war as a backdrop for personal tragedy. Many fans believe the final season will follow that pattern. Jamie has promised over and over to protect Claire at any cost. Could this be the moment he keeps that promise by giving his life? The camera's focus on Jamie, often framed in lonely shots against smoke and fire, feels like a signal. It is the classic, an image of a hero walking towards sacrifice. But there's another possibility. The trailer shows Claire's pain, her whispered words, her tears in private moments. It may not be Jamie who is taken by fate, but Claire herself. Outlander began with Claire's journey through the stones, and some believe it may end with her returning to them, or perhaps passing beyond them forever. The shot of her holding Jamie's hand tightly as if she's afraid to let go makes this theory even stronger. If Claire leaves this world, the tragedy would be unbearable, but it would also complete the circle of her story. Then there's the most haunting clue, the grave. The camera lingers, but never reveals a name. In Outlander, graves are never just graves, they are messages, a warning of what is to come. Some fans think this grave belongs to Jamie, a marker of his final act in battle. Others argue it belongs to Claire, with Jamie left behind to mourn her. But there's a third idea. To a symbolic grave, not for death, but for the life they are forced to bury. A grave for their peace, their home, their dream of living together in freedom, of course. Outlander has always balanced tragedy with hope. The trailer also shows glimpses of tenderness, Jamie and Claire kissing in candlelight. Claire whispering her vow that she will always find him. These moments suggest that even if death separates them, their love will not end. The writers may choose a bittersweet ending, where Jamie and Claire survive the war but must part forever, one trapped in the past, the other called back to the future. It would be cruel, yes, but also deeply poetic, reminding us that their love is bigger than time itself. Whether it ends in sacrifice, separation, or survival, one truth remains. Outlander is preparing us for tears. The trailer doesn't just tease a final season, it promises a conclusion that will break hearts and stay in memory long after the last episode ends. Jamie and Claire's ending may not be happy, but it will be unforgettable. For more than a decade, fans have lived and breathed Jamie and Claire's love story. They've traveled across centuries, survived wars, endured heartbreak, and still held on to one another when everything else was ripped away. Now, as the trailer makes clear, Season 8 will deliver their final chapter, and the weight of fan expectation has never been heavier. The Outlander fandom doesn't just want an ending. They want justice for a love story that has redefined romance. On television, viewers expect a farewell that honors the sacrifices Jamie and Claire have made while still giving hope to their legacy. Many believe the show must strike a delicate balance, deep heartbreak that feels true to history, paired with a spark of hope that allows their story to live on beyond the screen. After all, Outlander has always walked the line between despair and devotion, tragedy and triumph. The emotional power of the trailer lies in its contrasts. We see war, fire, and graves, but also candlelight, whispered promises, and the eternal touch of two people who refuse to let go. Fans are already debating online whether the showrunners will dare to give us an ending that completely breaks us, or whether they will give a final nod to hope. Will Jamie die as a hero, leaving Claire to tell his story? Will Will Claire return through the stones, leaving Jamie to guard her memory? Or will they find a way impossible but beautiful to defy time and stay together until the end? The expectation is not for a fairy tale ending. Fans know Outlander is not that kind of story, but they do expect an ending that feels honest. Jamie and Claire's love has always been raw, passionate, and unshakable. To betray that in the final season would feel like a betrayal of everything the show has built. That's why many fans hope the writers will give us something bittersweet painful, yes, but also unforgettable. It's an ending where love endures even as fate takes everything else away. The trailer doesn't just give us scenes, it gives us feelings. Every frame is soaked in the knowledge that the end is near. You can almost sense the shadow of goodbye hanging over Jamie and Claire, like time itself is finally catching up with them. For years, fans have watched them beat impossible odds. They've outrun history, defied destiny, and even cheated death. But Season 8 tells us one simple truth: no love story, not even theirs, can escape forever. Yet, this is exactly why Outlander remains unforgettable. Jamie and Claire's journey has never been about avoiding pain. It has been about choosing love again and again, even when the world tried to tear it away. That is why the trailer lingers not only on war and sorrow, but also on touches, kisses, and whispered promises. Because in the end, Outlander is reminding us what has always mattered: not the battles, not the politics, not even the time travel. It has always been about two souls finding each other in a world determined to keep them apart. The emotional payoff fans are preparing for is not victory, but legacy. Whether Jamie falls on the battlefield, or Claire is taken by fate, or they are separated by time once more, their story will not fade. The trailer shows us that. A hand reaching in the dark, a candle burning low, a vow spoken in silence. All symbols of a love that refuses to die. Fans are bracing for tears. They are also ready to celebrate the rarest thing in television, a romance that feels eternal. As the screen fades to black in the trailer, Claire's words echo like a heartbeat. No matter where time takes us, I will find you. That is the final promise of Outlander. It's not about a happy ending, it's about a forever love written across centuries. And now, as Season 8 approaches, fans are left with one burning question. Will the show give us heartbreak, hope, or both? One thing is certain: the storm is here, the ending is near. And Jamie and Claire's love story will not let us go quietly. The final image from the trailer lingers, not just on the screen but in the heart. Jamie and Claire standing together, surrounded by shadows, their faces lit by only a fragile glow. It feels like a message from the creators to the fans. This is not just the end of a season. It is the end of a legend. And legends never fade quietly. For years, we have followed their journey across battlefields, oceans, and centuries. We have celebrated their triumphs and mourned their losses. Now, as the trailer reminds us, their last chapter is upon us. Question is no longer whether Jamie and Claire will survive, is whether their love can endure even when everything else falls away. That's the promise the trailer makes. Not a simple ending, but a powerful conclusion that will echo long after the credits roll, and that is where you come in. Because Outlander has never just belonged to the writers or the actors, it has always belonged to the fans who carried Jamie and Claire in their hearts. Every theory, every tear, every hope is part of this ending. So now the story turns to you. What do you see in the shadows of this trailer? You believe Jamie will sacrifice everything? Do you believe Claire's journey through time is about to close? Or do you believe, against all odds, that the writers will give them a future together? Share your thoughts, your theories, your hopes in the comments below. Let's talk about the clues, the whispers, the possibilities hidden in every frame. And if you want to be part of every new reveal, every new breakdown, then make sure you subscribe, because the storm of Season 8 has only just begun, and every secret will be uncovered here. Outlander began with a promise: I will find you. And even as we face the final season, that promise remains unbroken. The trailer may have revealed the storm ahead, but one truth shines through the darkness: Jamie and Claire's love is eternal, and together we will watch how it ends. And so, as the trailer fades, we are left standing at the edge of Outlander's final horizon. The story that began with a single step through the stones now prepares to close its circle. Jamie and Claire have fought against armies, storms, and even time itself. But now, their greatest challenge is not survival, is farewell. Season 8 does not promise us comfort. It promises us truth. And the truth is this: even the strongest love cannot hold back the tide of history forever. But perhaps that is why their story matters so deeply. Because Jamie and Claire's love was never about escaping fate, it was about defying it even. For a moment, every stolen kiss, every whispered vow, every desperate embrace was an act of rebellion against the cruelty of time. That is what Outlander gave us. Proof that love can burn brighter than war, than loss, than centuries. The trailer shows us the fire dimming, yes, but it also shows us embers that will never go out. This is what fans are bracing for. Not just an ending, but a legacy. We are about to witness the last stand of one of television's greatest romances. And when the final episode airs, hearts will break, tears will fall, but a story will remain. A story of two souls who found each other when they should never have met, who held on when the world tried to tear them apart, and who loved with a passion that no grave, no stone, no century could ever silence. So as we wait for Season 8, 1. Truth rises above the storm. Jamie and Claire's ending may take them from us, but it cannot erase them. Their love has already crossed the barrier of fiction. It belongs to us now, carried in the hearts of fans across the world. And when the final chapter closes, we will not just be saying goodbye to a show. We will be saying thank you for a story that proved love is stronger than time. The trailer has spoken. The storm is near. The ending is written. And still, through all of it, Claire's words remain. No matter where time takes us, I will find you. Now, that is not just the promise of Outlander. It is the legacy of Jamie and Claire Fraser.